Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is about the format of profit and loss statement of a company. Then this format is given here for my content. This statement we have to first write a heading as statement of profit and loss for the year ended. Then we have to draw the columns. First column is related to the number of items, first item, second item, like that. Then particulars column, then note number. Note number means the entry or the note number that is shown in the accounts. I have shown a problem that note number is written as 1. It's just a number relating to the accounts that an accountant prepares while making his entry in the accounts. Then the next column is relating to the figure at the end of the current reporting period, then at the end of the previous reporting period. So the advantage of this type of account is that, or the statement is that, we can compare the current year figure with the previous year figure. That's not possible in the case of double entry system that we prepare in the case of trading concerns or companies. Trading concerns. As in the case of company, the format is like this. Then our first item is revenue from operations. Then that means the income that we gain from our usual business operations. Then any other income, total revenue, all the incomes that we got in that particular year should be shown here. Then we have to add that one. That amount will be our total revenue. Then expenses, cost of materials consumed. Consumed means used. Then purchase of stock in trade, changes in inventories of finished goods. Inventory means stock. Then work in progress and stock in trade. Then employees benefits expense, finance cost, depreciation and amortization expense, other expenses, total expenses. So all the expenses relating to the accounting year to be shown here. Then profit before extraordinary items. The profit that we'll get by subtracting revenue from revenue, the expenses from revenue. Then exceptional items, any other items to be shown here. Then profit before extraordinary items and tax, that is profit before extraordinary items and tax minus exceptional items. Then extraordinary items, profit before tax, that is profit before extraordinary items and tax minus extraordinary items. Then tax expense, current tax and also the deferred tax to be shown here. Then profit or loss for the period from continuing operations, that is profit before tax minus tax expense. Then profit or loss from discontinuing operations. Then tax expense of discontinuing operations. Then profit or loss from discontinuing operations, that is the profit or loss from discontinuing operations minus tax expense of discontinuing operations. Then profit or loss for the period There is profit for the period from continuing operations plus profit or loss from discontinued operations. So all type of profits are taken here. Then earnings per equity share. Earnings means total earnings divided by earnings per equity share means earnings total earnings divided by number of equity shares. Then some explanation is given relating to the items in the statement of profit and loss. First item is revenue from operations. This includes all the revenue or all the income that we get from our business operations, that include sale of products, sale of services and other operating revenues. Respective financial company, revenue from operations shall include revenue from interest, dividend and income from other financial services. Then it may be noted that under each of the above heads shall be disclosed separately by way of note to accounts to the extent applicable. That is the case of when we prepare the financial statements of a company, we have to prepare a note to accounts also. Note to accounts in a statement also before preparing the final statements or final accounts. So the final accounts of a company includes profit and loss account, balance sheet, a note to accounts also. So other income, then interest income, our second item that is relation to other income. It includes interest income, the case of company other than financial company. Then dividend income, we got any income relating to dividend. Net gain or loss on sale of investments, other non-operating incomes. Then expense, what are the items that is to be related to expense? Cost of materials. It applies to manufacturing companies. It consists of raw materials and other materials consumed in the manufacturing of goods. So all the items relating to the cost of all the materials that are taken in a manufacturing process are to be noted. Then purchase of stock in trade. It means the purchase of goods for the purpose of trading. Then changes in inventories of finished goods, work in progress and stock in trade. It is the difference between the opening inventory, that is opening stock of finished goods, work in progress and the stock in trade and closing inventory. Then employees benefit expenses. Expenses incurred on employees towards salary, wages, leave encashment, staff welfare, etc. shown on the side. Employees benefit expenses may be further categorized into direct and indirect expenses. Direct expenses, usually direct expenses are shown in a trading account. Direct expenses, profit and loss account. In the case of concerns other than company. Finance cost, it is the expense towards interest charges during the year on the borrowings. Only the interest cost is to be shown in this head. Other financial expenses such as bank charges are shown in the head other expenses. Then depreciation. Depreciation is the diminution or decrease in the value of fixed assets, whereas amortization is the writing of the amount relating to intangible assets. Then other expenses, all other expenses which do not fall the above categories are shown in the head other expenses. Other expenses may be further categorized into direct expenses, indirect expenses and non-operating expenses. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class with a problem on profit and loss account. Thank you.